The Booklet of Mormon. Ed and Carl are at work with a whole bunch of other folks. And they got the Xerox machine running, making a whole lot of copies for each of them. And Carl says, why would the Mormons put something like this together? It's a nice list of Booklet of Mormon, like their cartoon Bible, except this is a real stuff. Booklet of names, addresses, positions in city, state, county, federal, departments, agencies, those who are in bed with the Mormons, the pod people, as I call them every once in a while. The LDS, Latter-day Center, is very proud of that title. A list, a tell-all. No, it was not assembled by somebody else. It was assembled by them. So they know. When they catch a case in the neighborhood in this part of the, country, you call up this guy. When they catch you doing this in that part of the country, you call up that guy. Alice says, well, you got to know the Mormons. They're off in their own little world. That's the dangerous part of it. With their Muslim brothers. They're off in their own little world. And so this is a good idea for them. And Kayla says, well, it's like a tell-all book with the like a hooker's tell-all book of her clients. Jones says, oh, flip towards the back. Some of those Mormon gals get around. And of course, they got their names and stuff. I hear some of them, don't just do the Mormon thing, holding hands for that naughty stuff. Man, have I heard a whole bunch of them not saying gosh, darn, and heck around here. As that spotlight is placed on those people walking among us, Utah style, connected to, yes, those who attacked us from the outside with a whole bunch of cowardly Husseins, then attacked us from the inside with that cowardly Hussein. Ask and answer Jesus' question, is Barack Hussein Obama a terrorist? And yeah, part of that, and have a lot of, I am told by someone in their church specifically, they have a whole lot of Muslims on those Utah campuses because of shared values. Active participation in religious censorship, lifelong censorship along with that. As you recall, the Rich Romney one was part of that sham election where they placed that cowardly Hussein in our White House. From what I hear, his dad whited out. Yeah, I haven't gotten one comment about in 10 years. No 93 checks in 10 years either, but no comments about this. Where a lot of my attempts at getting stuff. That Osama bin Laden is Barack Hussein Obama's dad. Oh, put the two side by side there, guys. Check out the eyes. And please don't be a hater. They're mixing stuff up all over the place. 208. Try to comment, tell me what you think of that, and make a video of your lifeline being hijacked. Some folks are so lost in PC, that's the only way you can get them to document America's hijacked lifeline. So call me up, tell me how mean I'm being to the man who reached out to Muslims who harbor terrorists in their country worldwide before you even reached out to the American people. Call me up to tell me, try to make a video of America's hijacked lifeline, certify your mail as well. No certified mail, no FedEx, no UPS, no private carriers. Excuse me. In that decade of asking. But back to the Mormons. Make a video of that mail before you send it, and it takes 5 minutes. Whoever's in the room there with you, timestamp on your or their phone, number on their phone that you called, 424-229-4140. And yeah, 213-675-2138. That's the free phone I get because I'm poor. And there it is. It takes a photo, makes a video. Now this one I pay money for, one making this video. And no, not 193 check with any of them over that decade of asking for a 93 check. That's what place is. Because if you were calling up folks about a decade ago to tell them they're trying to pull a fast one, they're trying to place a cowardly Hussein in our White House, and all you got was a boring thing. Phone ringing, area message, business signal. You get to leave a message. I don't get it. They don't get it. Those who are worried enough about hijacking your calls to me, they're altering phone records covered up. And I'm sure some of the folks in that Mormon booklet, I didn't say it right, Booklet of Mormon. I didn't say it right. I'm sure they're in charge of that. But yeah, I think as Alice says, they don't know it's wrong. They're off in their own little world. And sweet little old Miss Rebecca works in the genealogy department of the local library. She took her booklet to the library and put it on the shelf. Somebody checked it out. I'm going to keep it under 10 minutes. So, yeah, look for that, guys. There are a lot of folks involved in that wall of people around me, keeping me from doing my work, building Jesus' immaculate house. Real faith. As opposed to what the Mormons do. Real faith. But lately, the numbers have been shifting exclusively. Other folks know better. Then keep in mind that involves Muslims, yes, the cowardly Hussein kind of stuff. And a whole lot of other folks. Look for those documentaries of the devil's people walking among us. Oh, I didn't show you the eyes on the fridge. See how that doesn't have that brown circle around it? It looks a little bit raised. I haven't been taking my vitamins because they kind of have a quick, not good effect, or it's a positive effect, but it can feel painful. So I'm holding back till I get a little stronger. Because when I started taking the vitamins, the eyes really started catching the light. And Yeah, they've been changing since 96 or 1996, part of that medical research being passed by Edward Rapetti. Might just be on that Booklet of Mormon. Ignoring insulin poisoning that Martha Alicia Mees poisoned me with. She had a little joke. She said it's slow acting. Means I've been taking it most of this year, 2018, and then about 3 weeks ago it hit me like a ton of bricks. I'm smelling insulin. There's a taste that goes along with it, now associated with insulin. And it's still there. The not feeling well is still there. I had to force myself to eat to quicken up the metabolism, get everything through. Because I sure the hell didn't get help from Dignity Health. And they can bullshit you all they want with this, that, or the other. Here's how you protect your family from Dignity Health and their hospitals and doctors, as well as Mormons and anything else. I got the fight. Oh, the LA Fire Department paramedics got their fight out a couple of days ago. I hope to make sure it's on the Google Drive. It's on the Flickr, I believe. You check and post in 5. If they don't know what a 911 Flight 93 check is, especially if they're in California, yeah, they're involved or they're incompetent. Any kind of officials. As you're trying to call me, 424-229-4140. And you get that boring thing. And remember, we're calling up countless other customers, or in politics, yes, politics are customers as well, of democracy. And you get that boring thing. That's how they placed that cowardly Hussein in the White House. Make that video of American Scientific Life Funds, post it when those Mormons knock on your door, wallpaper in the neighborhood, when you see them preying on your elderly, Preying. Protect your flock. And ask them, how do you reach this man as part of religious censorship? By phone to taunt him. Oh, look for the red phone on youtube.com/DNFD series. Melton's call logs. You'll see the small red phone from before 2014. That's when they show up on there. How do you reach them by phone to taunt by his gates livelihood of real faith? When else will my phone not be allowed to work? Spectrum with a desperate law-breaking fleet, damaging hearing across America. Oh, just look for where they've got the noise turned up louder, like right here. And that's where they're conducting harassment techniques for the Great Wall of, you can call it Eskimo evil if you want, but we all know. Make that video, post that video, come see me in person, and let's get started building a better world. You can call it an opportunity house, but tear down that Great Wall of Evil. Has just me, flowers, LA, skyscrapers, sunsets, clouds, birds. In my imagery, tear down the Great Wall of Evil when you see someone other than me in those 25,000 plus examples of my work that the Great Wall of Evil is keeping just me in. And yes, they are also responsible for placing the cowardly Hussein, huh? You see someone other than me, my change now as we start to build those 1,000 points of light. Come tear down that Great Wall of Evil and let's get started on that. Jesus' house. You can call it opportunity houses where it was. Opportunity for a whole lot of folks all across America to build a better world. All across the world to build a better world. But it's, I have to tell you, it's Jesus' Immaculate House, because there will be a test at the end. I hear it's pass, fail, purgatory.